Oh, okay, okay. All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Back out here again on these highways and hedges. Another opportunity to give diligence, to make our call and election sure. Before we go any further, we're gonna face the east and give all praise, honor, and glory to
To
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahushua,
Shai, Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakwadash.
Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, teaching his truth in his entirety. A hearty shalom and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect out there. All you brothers and sisters that have come back to this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and true faith and sincerity. It's your brother Kalab, also go by hope, grace, and mercy.
Brother Heart of David, Labadino.
All right, and we back out here again through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, another opportunity to make our call and election sure. And as we know, brothers know that it's so-called Super Bowl day, and you know it's beautiful to hear a lot of brothers not even know. You know what I'm saying? I know myself. I didn't know that today was Super Bowl day a couple of days ago, and I've been hearing all throughout the week. Brothers been doing the same thing. You know, we're not concerned about who the Cowboys playing or whoever playing. You know, we only out here to do the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And Super Bowl Sunday is not on the agenda. You know, so we can care less. You know, we hoping something else come from this thing. You know, you got anything you want to?
Yeah, we hoping them T attacks come through.
Right, right, right. That's what we thinking about. Because it was a document that leaked. You know, who knows if it's true or not, but it was a document that leaked that said a certain company was asking a question: are we still moving forward? You know what I'm saying with the plans for February the 8th, and it also said that World War III would start around the same time as the Epstein files were released. This was a couple of years ago. You know.
I was thinking this would be perfect timing too, with Trump getting a lot of heat
Yeah.
from the Epstein files and from the thing he did with Obama and Michael.
Oh yeah. The monkeys.
Yeah, he needed, he needs something to happen to get the attention off of him.
And I also saw that Yashawamba had did a listen and he played a video where they was Trump was kind of in the hot seat about the Epstein files. He was like, really, I think America should just find something new to go on about. You know.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They got, you know, y'all, they got proof that y'all and P rings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you just telling the world to just move on and stuff like
Something
that.
new.
But later would have been Jake did something.
R. Kelly.
Did he?
Yeah, right.
Plastered on Netflix and everything.
Bill Cosby.
Everything.
Yeah.
But they just saying just move on. But that's because this devil is being exposed, man. And I love the thought and the fact that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is starting to expose this devil, man. Because ain't nothing more exciting to watch a Edomite be wrong about something.
Oh yeah, it is.
Man.
I feel good.
Man, it's just a wonderful feeling, but we ain't never seen it at this level, though.
I think they're still talking about the Nipah virus. They're talking about flu. Man, that's really about it. As far as any recent news, prophecy is still moving. Really just waiting on the next big thing to happen. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna get started on the lesson. And I believe the lesson is titled that he may exalt you in due time. The brother might have put one day closer, but that's what we're moving towards, being exalted, beginning with the elect. And that's coming out the book of Peter. We're going to break it all the way down, go into some words in the Greek and some definitions, talk about what it really means. Because I'm sure this is a verse that a Christian will pull up, and of course they got no understanding of what it's saying.
First precept we're going to start off with is coming from the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. And it reads, humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh thy power, that he may exalt you in due time.
We did a previous lesson on that. Humble yourself under the mighty hand of the Most High. Who's the right hand of the Most High? His son, Yahweh Shah. How do you humble, which means submit yourself to him, being obedient to the word, obedient in his absence. Then what does it say after that? That he may exalt you in due time. And that don't mean exalt you being a reader. No, this is directed at a certain people.
Yep.
This don't mean exalt any and everybody. Because the book of Revelation tell you the Lord is coming to reward everybody according to his work. So everybody ain't about to be exalted.
Right.
And we're going to go into what that word means. So first, a couple things you got to figure out. Who's going to be exalted and what does that actually mean to be exalted? But we're going to go into that. But yeah, that he may exalt you in due time. That's why we're here, to be exalted. You know, we're not here to kill time. It's not a hobby.
Right.
It's not a movement of man.
Pick up a new trade.
It's not a trend. It's not a club. I heard Eve say, we failed at everything else in life. So now we want to cuss out the white man and the black woman with the Bible.
Right.
Nah, we're here for a reward.
This thing's dead serious.
Yeah, we're here for a reward.
Right.
All the scriptures also say, labor to enter into that rest. But yeah, we here to be exalted. But now we're going to get into it. But first, we're going to find out exactly who's going to be exalted. And it says, you going to be exalted. And see, that's the devil. The devil likes to play on your imagination and play on your ignorance and play on what you don't know. Because I hear a lot of people say, the Bible say them and there and you a lot. Yeah. Since, you know, people lack the proper knowledge and understanding to put names to these things, the devil came through and filled in the blank for you.
Right. Like the Edomite was reading the scripture.
Yeah.
And it said you. The Edomite automatically think it's talking about you.
No, not you, nigga.
Right. Wigger.
But yeah, we're going to get into that. Matter of fact, let me get something real quick. Because even like when you read in the book of Paul, the writings of Paul, it was all directed towards a certain audience. It wasn't just any and everybody. Like, for example, usually the first chapter, it tells you who it's addressed to. Now, when I look here at the book of 1 Peter 1:1, it says, Peter, an apostle of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. See that? It says to the strangers. But let's see who the strangers are. And that's going to tell you who's going to be exalted. Now, I'm not going to look up the word stranger, but when it says to the strangers that are scattered, when I look up this word scattered, look at what it says. It says a scattering. It says of Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. So it says to the strangers that are scattered, that would be to the scattered Israelites, scattered throughout Rome, you know, or rather they be in the land of Ham, what you call Africa today.
Right.
And then when you get 1 Peter 1:1 in the NLT, damn, that sun beamed out real quick.
Right.
Lord, like it says, this is the letter from Peter, an apostle of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. I am writing to God's chosen people who are living as foreigners in the province of Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. So yeah, that's who was talking to. You saw that 1 Peter 5 and 6? Let's get that one more time, now that we know who was talking to.
Why do y'all about shooting outside for that sunlight?
Oh yeah, the Lord beamed down for real.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of Yahweh thy power, that he may exalt you in due time.
Exalt who? The Lord's chosen people living as foreigners in foreign lands, the Israelites who are scattered. And now we're just going to prove that with another precept real quick.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 148 and 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, and the people near him praise ye the Lord.
See that? He's going to exalt the horn of his people, his saints. And then who are the saints? It tells you the children of Israel. But see that? It says he exalteth his people, the saints, Israel. So from the Old Testament to the New Testament, ain't nothing changed.
People didn't change.
Yeah, it didn't change. So that's who's gonna be exalted. Now that we got that out the way, I'm gonna go back to 1 Peter 5 and 6. We gonna get that word exalted or exalt. And when we look up this word exalt, it says to lift up on high. It says to raise to the very summit of opulence and prosperity, to raise to dignity, honor, and happiness. But we're going to look at some of these words, because if you ask a Christian, they say the Lord exalted you, they think it means what's happening now.
Right.
Like the sun going to shine on you,
right.
and the Lord up in the heavens.
I got that job.
Yeah, nodding his head at you.
Yeah.
That's what exalted means to a Christian. A bunch of nothing.
You've been blessed with 2 jobs.
Yeah. The sun done shined on you, now you smiling. No, that ain't what that means. But so let me look up some of these words real quick. Again, it says to lift up on high, raise to the very summit of opulence, prosperity. Let's look up this word prosperity. For similar words for prosperity, it says wealth, success, profitability, riches, the good life, good fortune, ease, plenty, well-being, luxury, life of luxury, successfulness. And then what's the opposite? It says hardship, failure.
Right.
Now, when I go to the actual definition, for opulence, it says similar words: luxurious, wealth, splendidness,
success. Or the definition I got to say, a state of being prosperous.
Yep. And opulence, it says great wealth or luxuriousness. And we know Israel, the 12 tribes, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we know as a people, we ain't got that. So for the Lord says that he may exalt you, he's going to exalt his people Israel, meaning to prosperity, luxury, wealth, good fortune, to be on high. That must mean that we in a low place. Meaning what? Poor, needy, oppressed. At the bottom. Pretty much the curses. The curses of Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68. That's what it means, to be low. That's the opposite of being exalted. Right. And really, when you go into being exalted, wealth, prosperity, it really translates to rulership, to being in power. Not living under the laws and the rules and the government of another people. Right. As we are now. So how can the white man be exalted? He already up there. Then along with him, he got the other nations, ruling as kings with the beast. So to be exalted, well, first you gotta be low.
Right. All right, this is the book. Next precept is coming from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, starting at verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
See that? And what are we getting? A few examples of what it means to be low. A people that's not exalted. A people that's not in their prosperity, not in their wealth, not the good life, not a life of ease, but like the brother just got. Sons and daughters gonna go into captivity or slavery, as it is to this day.
I got a son now in college, and he work a job too, and now he see what this life is really about.
And he already was ahead of the curve
Yeah.
for most of them his age. But yeah, like, man,
still, you can't escape the hell.
can't catch a break.
You know, can't catch a break. Still under the curse. You want me to skip to 43?
Yeah.
All right. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The strangers that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
The strangers, the other nations, will be exalted among us, meaning in rulership, in power, not oppressed as we are.
Right. Not going through what we going through.
Yep.
You know, you try to have a conversation with a foreigner about hard times, and you all of a sudden speaking another language. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, gosh, that must be really hard.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'll get it again. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Oh, see that? This is the curses for disobedience that the Lord spoke to his people Israel. That the stranger gonna be exalted, be on high. And what it say? It said we will come down very low. Not low, but very low.
Low income housing.
Oh, look at that.
Low income.
Look at that. Low income housing, you know? Low income.
Low income.
Low on everything. Like the brother said, at the bottom. Then I'm gonna get this in the NLT. The foreigners living among you will become stronger and stronger while you become weaker and weaker. So what? The law not on our side, law enforcement, the military against us, the way America is set up with the ghettos and the reservations we put in the worst part of the cities.
Yep. Police patrolling.
Police brutality, you know.
Worst foods go to the hood grocery stores.
Less government funded in our school system, in our communities.
Yep. Some neighborhoods, they grocery stores is actually the corner store.
Oh,
You know
damn,
what I'm
it
saying?
is.
And
It
then
is.
and then they don't be checking their food. That food be outdated and everything. They still be selling it.
Man,
You think the beef and the meat in the neighborhood where Jerry Jones live, opposed to where Jake live is the same quality?
yeah,
Hell no.
that's right, yeah. Then it's more expensive there too.
Yeah.
Let's get 44, 45 as well. And that's what it means to be low. So when the scriptures say, hey, humble yourselves to the Lord, obedient to the Lord, to the word, that he may exalt you, that's for a people that's already low. Pretty much a people that's in slavery. And that's what it means to be very low, to be in slavery, to be oppressed. So only we qualify to be exalted.
Right.
And it ain't all black people, because look at Issachar, so-called Mexicans, Guatemalans, Venezuelans. Hey, some can argue they got it harder. Some can argue they got it harder than so-called African-American Negroes right now. You can argue that on certain points. But the point is, the 12 tribes will be oppressed together.
Pressed together.
Then Native Americans, you know, their troubles always looked over. They go through it too.
Always look over them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you haven't even heard nothing about them.
Yep.
They don't get broadcast.
Nope.
See, they don't broadcast it at all, man.
Nope. But that only further proves who the 12 tribes are.
Deuteronomy 28 and 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
See that? In the NLT, they will lend money to you, but you will not lend to them. car title loans, credit. You know, you need I forgot what they called it. Co-signers.
Co-signers, payday loans.
Yep, payday loans.
Red zoning.
Oh yeah, all that.
Get 44 again.
Oh no, 45.
Yeah, I got it.
Then we move on.
All right, 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power Yahweh, to keep his commandments and statutes which he commanded thee.
See that? The Lord said we will be brought down very low, at the bottom, oppressed, in slavery, in captivity. Then goes on to call them the curses, because he was disobedient.
And he said that it would be upon us for a sign and a wonder.
Yeah.
You know, these other nations ain't going through what we've been going through.
So look at who's going through it now in America. That's a sign and a wonder.
Yeah.
Happening to a certain people. But again, the Lord called it the curses, being disobedient, not following the commandments. So we not know that, you know, being very low is for being disobedient. And that is us who needs to be exalted.
And all throughout the four corners of the earth. These signs and wonders ain't on us just here in Babylon the Great.
I just said, hey, the curses shall pursue thee.
Yep.
Because people think they're going to go to Russia or Europe and escape the curses. But yeah, so now we know what it means. Yeah, I guess we back there now. 1 Peter 5 and 6. Matter of fact, you going to get it?
NLT.
Okay, bet.
What, you want me to grab something else?
No, that was perfect.
All right, this is the book of I said the book of NLT. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and 6 again, but I'm going to get it in the NLT. It says, and it reads, so humble yourselves under the mighty power of Yahweh, and at the right time he will lift you up in honor.
See that? To be lifted up in honor. And then we went into with the KJV that he may exalt you in due time. Exalted means to be luxury, great wealth, prosperity, successfulness, richness, the good ease, or the good life, to be at ease, to be at rest, really to be in power, to be in rulership. That's what it means that the Lord may lift you up in honor. That's what it means to be honored by the Lord, to be in power. It don't mean the sun gonna beam down on you and the Lord nodding his head. The Lord gonna give you a pay raise at the job. Everybody gonna be wanting to shake your hand at the church. Everybody wanna meet you now. No, they ain't got nothing to do with that.
Pastor telling you to stand up so he can share some good words about you.
Oh yeah. Your name in the local newspaper.
That's crazy.
Man, to hell with all of that.
Hell with all that.
Now to be exalted, to be honored by the Lord, is really dealing with the rise and fall of kingdoms. Now what we gonna deal with now, for us to be exalted, that means somebody else gotta fall. For us to be in power, it's evident that Esau the white man, he gonna be abased. Meaning what? He gonna be brought low. And that's what we see right now in the earth. That's why you see Edomites under a bridge, begging for money, begging for food. They drugged out.
Right.
They thugged out now.
Got all kinds of deformities on their body. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Right there, that big thing on the back of his neck.
Yo, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, looking like a hazard.
Right.
You know, you got white single mothers, white baby mamas. White women don't even want to deal with the white man no more.
Yep.
So the curse is being brought on them now. They being brought very low now.
Have you seen those videos about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, how Edomite women was just downgrading their husbands?
Yep.
Man, it was coming out. It was so many different videos.
Yep.
Realizing, like, see, you know who they want.
Oh yeah.
You already know who they want.
Because that's the other part of what's on the internet. They talk about, you know, why they want the Israelite man now.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna deal with that. For us to be exalted, or for the Most High, you know, to lift us up in great honor, hey, somebody gotta fall.
Right, and the scriptures don't say that the Most High gonna lift us higher. You know, that's because we too low. We
Yeah,
need to be lifted up. If we was in the same shoes as Esau, that means he would lift us up even higher. You know, but we at the bottom. What they say, bottom of the barrel, we hanging out of that thing.
yeah. And see, what we about to experience in Jacob trouble is really the curses turned up all the way to the max.
Max.
And how I say, we beget sons and daughters, they should go into captivity. That was chain slavery, the jail system, juvenile system, the prison system, now to FEMA death camps. So what we experiencing with ICE and Jacob's trouble, that's gonna be us brought very low. So we still sinking lower. That's what people gonna find out. Because now they're gonna crash the dollar. They're gonna cash you out of your houses. They say you gonna own nothing and be happy. Then they're gonna try to put a microchip in you. So we ain't hit our lowest point yet.
Yeah.
But it's gonna get low.
It gets lower.
But lower because of what? The Lord about to bring us all the way low because he about to exalt us or lift us all the way up.
Man, why do y'all about
And it seems like Esau, the white man, is getting richer, becoming more powerful, and having more control. The Lord lifted him up to his peak because the Lord about to bring him all the way low.
And he's gonna snatch it from under him like a rug.
Oh, hey, the scriptures say the wicked would be in slippery places. But yeah, we're gonna deal with that now.
Next precept is coming from the book of Luke, chapter 14, starting at verse 11. For whosoever exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbled himself shall be exalted.
See, the devil, the white man, the white man, he gonna play on your ignorance when it says whoever exalted himself. See, a Christian is trying to use that against us. That we claim to be the chosen people. They say you exalting yourself. No. We only dealing with truth. But what it says, he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Even white people feel like if they accept the truth, if they so-called be humble, that they can be exalted too.
Right.
No, we're gonna put names to it. Because that's what we do. Thanks to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and the Holy Spirit dealing with us.
And Esau be trying to low-key and fake humble himself.
Yeah.
I have black friends.
Oh yeah.
We donate to the church.
Yeah, right. Right.
We paid rent during COVID.
I grew up with black people.
Right.
Oh, yes, the thing too. They trying to include themselves in our struggles, talking about they oppressed too.
Right.
But
you 2025, 2026 oppressed.
Right.
You know?
Latest you can go is 2020 maybe. Now, that's about the farthest back y'all can go.
Right.
But yeah, we gonna deal with this. Whoever exalted himself shall be abased. So we gonna see by name in the scriptures who exalted themselves, and we gonna give examples.
You got something else?
Oh no, that was it.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
So see that? And that's the mindset of Esau Edom, the so-called white man.
Right.
He wants to be like the Most High.
Right.
He's trying to make himself a god in the earth. Right. That's why he put a microchip in you.
Only
in your hand, in your head. Oh, it's all good.
No, you got it.
And then what he do? He took the God of the Bible and his only begotten son and the holy angels and the prophets and painted them in his image.
Right.
He told you that God is white.
Right.
So now, that's who you believe is God. That's him trying to be like the Most High. He just want to be a God to you, to the Israelites. And then what it say? He would have sent above the heights of the clouds. That's why he got jets. That's why he all in the heavens, in outer space, International Space Station. Elon Musk got SpaceX. They in space every other day. They got the Space Force. They trying to establish a military up there. So that's how he exalted himself. A mere mortal, a caveman, trying to make himself equal to the Most High. That's why the scriptures say, he who exalteth himself shall be abased or brought very low.
ain't never seen, I mean, even a wacky tacky, you know what I'm saying, Christian, you know what I'm saying, a Jake Christian, you know what I'm saying, even they don't ever want to be God.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Even they don't call themselves Jesus and stuff like that.
And not even Moab
Yeah.
or Ham.
Right. And not only that, but another thing is that you ain't never seen no Jamaican Jesus. You ain't never seen no Chinese Jesus.
No Arab Jesus.
Arab Jesus. Only Esau got enough balls to make himself the image of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Yeah.
You know, that's just. That's why I love the fact that Yahweh Shem Shai is exposing these devils, and it's out of their hands. Ain't nothing they can do about it.
So yeah, he don't want to be like the Most High, and in his space travels, it's evident of that. Because he's the only one doing it. Other nations doing it not to be like him, or to have a defense against him. That's why the other countries do it. That was the damn devil, the white man. So that's who's exalted himself in the earth. But we not done. We got more examples.
You see the Olympic, one of the people that's representing the United States for the Olympics. He don't want to be. He was saying in the press conference. Yes, he represents America, but he don't agree with everything America doing. He says he doing it for like his family, his friends, the people that help him get there. No, he might.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was just saying, yeah, I represent Babylon, America, but he was just like,
I'm here from, for my family.
Yeah, I'm here for my family because I don't really agree with everything Babylon the Great is doing. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to represent evil.
Oh, that's shame.
Yeah, that's shame.
That's shameful spewing on their glory. But yeah, we're going to get some more examples of how Esau the white man exalts himself, put himself on the level of the Most High, or, placing himself above the Most High. So here go another one. After you get that in KJV 16, I'm getting an NLT real quick.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh thy power said, what hast thou to do to the
When you read Malachi 1 and 4, the wicked by name is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. What the scriptures say, they shall call them the border of wickedness. And what it say, what has the wicked to do to declare my statutes or take up the Lord's covenant? Which in the NLT reads, but God says to the wicked, why bother reciting my decrees and pretending to obey my covenant? So the nigga tell you he a Christian, that's all make believe. Nigga tell you he a Jew and the people of the land are Israeli, that's all pretend. That's why the scriptures say those who say they are Jews and are not. And in one of the books that the brothers brought out, I think it's called the 13th Tribe, they say the Edomites who claiming to be Israelis, who are the Khazars, Eastern Europeans, Turkish Khazars, he said that was one of the biggest hoaxes of all time. And they got over on the people. But yeah, they pretend to be a follower of the word, but let's see what the Lord says after.
17. Seeing thou hatest instructions and castest my word behind thee.
See that? You don't follow what the word say.
Right.
No, you disregard the word and do your own thing. In the NLT, it say, for you refuse my discipline and you treat my words like trash. The nigga was swearing on the Bible, hold the Bible up in court, hold the Bible up as he's elected for president, but then legalize gay marriage.
Right.
But then give LGBTQ people rights. Or when the microchip.
You know, Trump was sworn in
on that time move?
No, at one point he was sworn in with the Apocrypha.
Oh, I remember you mentioned that, yeah. See that?
But he over there bombing, he giving the green lights to bomb everybody else.
Yeah, but you're not loving your neighbor or your brother.
Right.
Who according to you is everybody. We know that don't mean everybody, but that's what you say. But look how you treat everybody. Scriptures speak about not murdering, being a thief, but you do all of that.
It was an article on the End Time headline. Trump had made like an announcement. Christianity is coming back to America. Like it's a factory or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're bringing back Christianity.
See that? And pretty much what he's saying, that we're going to bring the core values of the Bible to America. That's all pretend.
That's all pretend, man.
You know, the Lord say don't eat pork, but you the main people that sell it. Like I was seeing somewhere, like a lot of the countries don't buy a lot of stuff from America because it got pork in it.
Because it got pork in it, yeah.
But yeah, so that's another way. Luke 14, whatever we got, he who exalteth himself shall be brought low, shall be abased. Well, you want to be like the Most High, space travels. The Lord said boundaries, you want to go beyond them boundaries. The Lord gave instructions and discipline on how to govern the people and run the earth. You disregard that, you do your own thing. You want to control the weather, you want to control the people. That's how you put microchips in.
Yeah.
In other words, you want to be your own God. You don't want to acknowledge someone above you. You want to do your own thing. So now we understand what it means that he who exalt himself should be abased. But we're not done. Now we actually about to put a name to it.
All right, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh thy power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
We know who it's dealing with now. This is dealing with Edom. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. This is prophecy against Edom. We just wanted to get that point.
And if the white man wrote the Bible, why would he leave Obadiah and
Oh, no, for real, though.
why would Edom leave Obadiah?
For real, though.
Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
We see that happening now. Greatly despised. They covered in shame. That's according to prophecy. Now, this is the point in verse 3 and 4.
The pride of verse 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, that thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
See that? Who came from the cliffs of the rocks? They're the cavemen whose habitation is now high. They went from the caves to outer space.
Yeah.
And what they say, who shall bring me down to the ground? Pretty much, who can make war with the beast? Who can defeat America? Because it tells you that the fourth beast will overcome the three that came before it. So they done conquered the earth. They done conquered everybody. And that's how they feel, that they're going to be here forever. That their kingdom, their rulership, they're going to be exalted forever. And what they say, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Oh, real quick, see that? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. And this is Luke 14 and 11. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased. That's Edom. And what does the eagle represent? First point, it's the national bird of America. That's why it's on the flag, the quarter, U.S. emblems, U.S. logos, all over the place. The eagle flies higher than any bird. That represents him being exalted high above the other nations. But see that?
Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord.
See that? The Lord said, you exalt yourself, set your nest among the stars. That's a space force. Them being in space, the heavens. The Lord said, I'm going to bring you down. Meaning what? he's going to abase him. Back to Luke 14 and 11. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased, meaning brought very low. That word base means the bottom. Like how you got a basement. Yeah, they can be brought very low. Oh, yep. The lowest part. Because see, people think America gonna fall, they gonna fall to the second, to the third, or the fourth spot. No, Esau, even the white man, about to be a base. He about to fall to the very bottom. Ham, them Africans that take showers in cow piss, Esau about to be under them.
Lower than the lowest, huh?
Yeah. In India, they worship cows. Esau gonna be lower than them.
New all-time low.
African, that's eating monkey and swinging from trees, they're gonna be Esau's slave masters.
They're gonna be cruel too.
And then we're gonna be the top slave master. Yup. So now we know that as we're being exalted, being lifted up in honor, the people before us who exalted himself, he's gonna be abased. Matter of fact, let me look up this word abase real quick. It says to be brought low, to a low level. It says to humble. It says assigned to a lower rank. See that? Esau gonna be the lowest rank in the earth. That's why the scriptures refer to him as the basis of men. When you strip away, the blessings that the Lord gave him, he's nothing but a caveman. Right. Assigned to a lower rank, it says, or to a place. What's that lower place? Slavery. To be ranked below others who are honored or rewarded. See that? So that's why he who exalteth himself shall be abased. He who humbleth himself shall be exalted. It's going to happen at the same time. Pretty much as we being rewarded and honored, they're going to be brought to a lower rank. See that? Yeah, so they're going to be brought low as we being exalted.
Man, can you imagine the looks on their face and the things that's going through their mind when that take place? Man, because Esau don't like to see Jake having a good time.
That's the worst thing for him. But it's crazy so much that they see a couple of us laughing and smiling on the job.
Yeah.
They got to come around there with a write-up.
Yeah, break that up.
Or ask us, is everything all right? Yeah. It was till you got here.
Exactly. I seen a millionaire, him and his girlfriend or his wife, I don't know exactly who she was, they was having lunch at a park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Moab called the police on them. Do you know that the police came out, Edomite cop came out and asked them could they leave? Because the Moab didn't feel comfortable.
Oh, see that?
This dude was a millionaire.
See that?
Jake was a millionaire.
See that? The strangers should be lifted up high above thee. Thou shalt come very low. Edom might ask an Israelite man to leave because the Chinese man felt comfortable.
But you know what? It was beautiful. That Jake, at first he was verbally putting up an argument, but he said, you know what? Yeah, we'll leave. We'll just leave. Backed up their little food and bounce.
He should have made Moab pay for it too.
He gonna pay for it in the end.
Oh yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? Agree with your adversary quickly.
Yep.
Just move on.
Yep. See that? So yeah, he who exalted himself gonna be abased. And Esau is the only one, when we go into the details of the scriptures, the white man is the one who exalted himself. So now he gotta deal with the Lord.
Yeah.
But we gonna put some more names to it. Esau being the base, what does that really mean? Well, we went into it, they're gonna go into slavery, but it's a bigger picture. We gonna get into it. They went to the definition of being the base, being to a lower rank while somebody else is honored or rewarded.
next precept. You can look up another one.
Oh no, go
All
ahead.
right, this is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
See that? So that's what I mean. Esau gonna be a base. He's what? His rulership is coming into an end. You know, he'll be in power. He's the end of the world. So people talk about the end of the world. It's the end of the white man's world.
Right.
Because what it say after Jacob is the beginning that followeth. So how we say we come into the end of the world, that's really based on perspective. No, you coming to the end of your world, we really coming into the beginning.
It's not the end of the world, it's the end of a world.
Yeah. But we really coming into the beginning of how life's supposed to be. So yeah. And put more details on Luke 14:11. Who's going to be a base? Who's going to be exalted? Esau approaching his end, approaching the beginning of forever.
And eventually, all the other nations, they're going to realize, like, okay, damn, that's how the earth's supposed to be ran. Even they going to be happy it's being ran the right way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like,
everybody going to benefit.
everybody going to benefit. I mean, they still going to be under us.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
they still got 1,000 years of slavery.
Yeah.
After that shit, they kick back a little bit, but Esau out of there.
Esau out of there.
But Esau being the end of the world and Jacob being the beginning, we're going to go into the idea behind that. What is, what it's really about.
All right, this is the book of Daniel chapter 2 and verse 21. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removed kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
See that? He removed kings and set up kings.
Yeah.
Keep Sirach 10 and 10. And Esau was set up as king of the earth. Scripture say the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. More evidence of that. Proverbs 29 and 2. The people mourn when the wicked beareth rule. So when the wicked are in rulership, people mourn. That's why the whole world is in a protest and upset. Because the wicked in power. But yeah. Esau being removed from rulership, and Jacob is being set up to be king. The Israelite, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Because people would speculate that the Chinese man got up next, right. That India might be next.
They all think they got next.
Everybody think they got next. Matter of fact, we got to get another one after that. But let's get what you got real quick.
This is the book of Sirach chapter 10 and verse 10. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow shall die.
See that? He that is a king today, tomorrow shall die. And that don't mean the death of an individual, but the death of a kingdom, the death of an empire, the white man's rulership. And what does tomorrow represent? A new day, the beginning of a new day. You know, and that new day being the rulership of Jacob. But yeah. Let's hit that Sirach 11:5 real quick. Okay. So now we know who's being set up, who got next. As the brother say, everybody think they got next. That's a great point. But see, the scriptures support what the brother said.
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 5. Many kings have sat down upon the ground.
See that? So what? Many kings have came into power, and what does it mean to sit on the ground? To be brought low, to no longer be in power. See that? So many kings have sat on the throne. But what does it say after?
And one that was never thought of hath worn the crown.
But see, one that was never thought of have worn the crown. He that was never thought of is the Israelite man. People never thought so-called Mexican man, Venezuelan man, so-called Native American man, so-called Negro man, the so-called Haitian Jamaican man. Nobody never thought that these people would be in power, but that's what's coming. Yep.
Seeing that he's a so-called black, when Russia released those pictures, being that Yahweh Shah was a so-called black baby.
Yep.
Like they would never think that.
Yep.
That's just too much for them.
That's too much for 2/3 of our people too.
Yeah.
We so low,
right.
2/3 of our people can't even see themselves being in power.
Right.
It's a joke to them. Hey, neither can the other nations.
Yeah.
They're like, really, you people? Yeah.
Tell Jake how great of a person he is, how great of a nation of people he is. The more you tell him that, the more he gonna try to ask about the white man. Well, what about the white man?
Yep.
Like,
yep. It further proves salvation can't be for them. The kingdom can't be for them. Is that Edomite? Or light-skinned brother?
I see Edomite
I hope it's an Edomite, but I was gonna say.
Edomite. It's an Edomite.
Hey, the Edomite was abased over there. He was brought low. Hey, let's get Isaiah 47:1 real quick. We got scripture to support what's happening behind us.
Yeah. He probably took some bad dope.
Some bad opioid.
Yeah. Hold on. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
See that? Come down, sit in the dust. So what the Edomite doing over there is a representation, foreshadowing what America and just the white men in general about to go through. Sit on the ground, be in the dust means what? No more rulership. But you here as a slave.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne.
See that? No throne, no rulership.
O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, so the white man in this kingdom is no more desired. The people over this place, guess what? The Lord is over it, most important.
We would have healed Babylon.
Oh yeah, but she cannot be healed. It ain't no, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Ain't no fixing this place up.
Ain't no fixing this place up, Pop.
So yeah, So I think we dealt with that all the way. That Esau, the white man's about to be abased, brought very low. He about to be in slavery next.
Yes.
He about to be the oppressed. He's about to be at the very bottom. We had low income, he gonna have no income.
Right. But he gonna have, and he gonna also have, is it low unemployment or high unemployment? They ain't never gonna have unemployment.
Oh, okay.
They gonna always have jobs.
Yeah, they gonna have jobs forever.
They gonna have jobs.
Jobs without pay forever.
Forever, man.
How they say we gonna own nothing and be happy.
Yeah.
They gonna own nothing and we gonna own everything.
Right.
But yeah. I guess you're back there at 1 Peter 5.
I got it. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5 and verse 6. Again, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh thy power, that he may exalt you in due time.
And we know Peter was written to the strangers, scattered. Scattered meaning Israelites living as foreigners in foreign lands. When you read in the NLT, it says God's chosen people who are scattered, living as foreigners. That's who's going to be exalted. That's if we be obedient here at the end. That's what the Lord woke us up for, because he about to exalt us. It's not that he woke us up just to be in America under the white man forever. No, he woke us up because he about to reward us. But now, let me see. Yeah. So we're going to show why we got to be exalted. Now we're going to show evidence that we read the scriptures in detail. We already went to Deuteronomy, went into the curses, but we're going to get some more details. That is us who is very low right now. And that only we qualify to be exalted or lifted up in great honor. We're going to show that we still in a low place.
All right, this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 2 and verse 8. The Lord had proposed.
My bad. You NLT?
You want me to get an NLT?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what we're about to show now is Israel being at a low point as it is today. But then we're going to show what it looks like when Israel, the Israelites, are exalted and lifted up in great honor. We'll do a full 360 or 180, whatever.
All right, this is the book of Lamentations, starting at verse 2 and verse 8 in the NLT. 2 and verse 8.
Hold up, real quick. Let me double check something real quick. Okay, no, you're right. I'm tripping. Yeah, 2 and 8. I'm at 2 and 2. I'm there with you.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 2 and verse 8. The Lord was determined to destroy the walls of beautiful Jerusalem.
And it's more than just the walls, really the people. Really the people. Yeah, the temple was destroyed, Jerusalem was destroyed, but that was only a representation of what would happen to us as a people. And what it say? The Lord was determined to destroy us. Or what? Bring us low. Why? Because we was disobedient.
He made careful plans for their destruction, then did what he planned.
What did he plan? Deuteronomy 28.
Yep.
We'll be brought very low. They shall lend to us. Our sons and daughters will go to captivity.
Sold to your enemies for foreign men.
Yep. Going to Egypt, America owned slave ships. Those were the careful instructions on how he would destroy Jerusalem, how he would bring his people very low. Because when you look at the curses compared to the blessings, the curse is way longer.
Yep.
And what it say in the NLT? He made careful plans for their destruction. So meaning what? It was very detailed. And then what? He did all of that.
Therefore, the ramparts and walls have fallen down before him. Jerusalem's gates have sunk into the ground. He has smashed their locks and bars. Her kings and princes have been exiled to distant lands. Her laws has ceased to exist. Her prophets receive no more vision from the Lord.
See, we was separated from the Lord, cast off as a people. The prophets received no vision. Our laws ceased. We discontinued from our heritage. What it say? Even our kings and princes was exiled to foreign lands. Meaning what? Sold into slavery.
Instead of receiving a vision, we receive Jesus Christ.
Oh, yep. See, when it say Jerusalem gates had sunk into the ground represent what? The bottom of the bottom. We was abased.
The leaders of beautiful Jerusalem sit on the ground in silence. They are cloth and burlap and throw dust on their heads. The young women of Jerusalem hang their heads in shame.
See that? What it say? Our leaders sit on the ground. Again, that represents no throne, being at the bottom, being in slavery. They said what? Our people, they hang their heads low. Like his brother say, try to tell our people something great about themselves. They not gonna believe it.
Verse 11, I have cried unto the tears no longer come down Salaki. Verse 11, I have cried until the tears no longer come. My heart is broken.
See that? What people are mentally, spiritually, emotionally broken. Days full of sorrow, full of tears.
Like that old saying, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Oh, yep, yep.
My spirit is poured out in agony as I see the desperate plight of my people.
See that? The desperate plight of our people. Our people in a very desperate situation. What appears to be no hope, no way out. The affliction of our people.
Little children and tiny babies are fainting and dying in the streets.
That's us. Alligator bait. You know, our people being shot down in the streets.
Children going missing, never being found.
Pedo rings, sex trafficking, ICE that locked up the 5-year-old Issachar boy.
Baby.
And then the scriptures say they're gonna be like madman sparing none. So we really about to see our tiny children and little babies dying in the streets by the sword.
Remember the cops shot the kid who had a fake gun?
Oh, yep, yep.
And they had the little orange stopper on the front of it, too.
They knew it was a toy. But see that? What other people, what we reading, can match themselves with the scriptures. So that's why only we qualify to be exalted.
They cry out to their mothers, we need food and drink. Their lives ate away in the streets like the life of a warrior wounded in battle.
See that? That's our people. Our lives, fade away in the streets like warriors wounded in battle. We at war, Esau eat on the white man, and we at war with ourselves.
They gasp for life as they collapse in their mother's arms. They can say, what can I say about you? Who has ever seen such sorrow?
Yeah.
O daughter of Jerusalem.
Oh, so what people have seen such sorrow? Such sorrow that the people of Israel has been through. What people seen such sorrow? How you ask an Edomite now, they say they oppressed.
Yeah.
No, you ain't seen the sorrows we seen. How they say white people went into slavery. No, they were indentured servants. And despite whatever happened to anybody else, can't compare what we've been through.
Right.
We've been through way worse for way longer.
To what can I compare your anguish, O virgin daughter of Zion? How can I comfort you? For your wound is as deep as the sea. Who can heal you?
See, the Lord said, what can I compare your anguish to?
Right.
Ain't nobody pain and suffering
Can amount
to what we've been through. Then what the Lord say? How can I comfort you? Well, how can we be comforted? What would make it better? Let me see. The white man not being in power.
Yeah.
We being in power. We being at the top.
The laws being in our inward parts.
Yup.
Salvation.
No longer being under the curses.
Yeah.
White man down by the edge of the sword. So that's how we gonna be comforted. Because if you ask a Christian, all you need is the word of God. Well, we are comforted by the word because it gives us hope. It let us know that it's something better after this. No, but the real comfort comes when we're in rulership. Because even Isaiah, the Lord said, comfort my people with these words. But the Lord said, how can I comfort you? The answer to this hell is us being in rulership. That's the answer to it. And that's not our answer, that's what the scriptures say. But we're gonna get into that.
14. Your prophets had said so many foolish things, false to the court. They did not save you from exile by pointing out your sins. Instead, they painted false pictures, filling you with false hope.
See that?
Put your money in the plate. The Lord gonna heal you.
So for the longest our time, our people had false hope. Now we got real hope. The book that everybody else been using, but now we got the real understanding of it. So now we gonna see what it looks like for Israel to be comforted. Because the Lord did say, how can I comfort you? Ain't nobody been what you've been through.
Right.
The Lord is saying, how can I heal you? People think reparations would do it. That wouldn't do it. It's to the point that even our DNA has been altered for generations and generations of pain and suffering. A new body. Well, what brother said that, laws in our inward parts, but a new body. But yeah, we gonna get what it looks like for Israel to be comfortable. You get an NLT.
Isaiah.
Yes.
3:10.
And Israel being comforted, that's Israel being exalted. The Lord said, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. And that's how we're going to be comforted, is being exalted. The only thing you can offer somebody who's been at the very bottom is to be at the very top.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 10. It says, Isaiah 60 and verse 10, foreigners will come to rebuild your towns, and their kings will serve you.
And they're going to build up our cities as we built up America in slavery, built the highways, the buildings, the houses, the train tracks, plowed the fields. They're going to do that, the foreigners. And what it say? Their kings will serve you. The kings today, Bill Gates, Cotton Swab, Anthony Fauci, Trump, the Rockefellers.
All of them.
They're going to serve us. And that's what it's going to look like when Israel is comforted. That's what it's going to look like when Israel is exalted. Meaning, as we lift it up in honor or in rulership or in power, somebody else could be brought low or abased.
For though I have destroyed you in my anger, I will now have mercy on you through my grace.
And how did the Lord destroy us in his anger, putting us in slavery? So, if the Lord's wrath looks like slavery, what does the mercy look like? The opposite of slavery, meaning rulership, being in power. That's why Revelation 13 and 10 say, he who leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. Who gonna put them in captivity? We are. And we're gonna get that at the end of the lesson. So now, what we're gonna continue to read in Isaiah 60 and 10 is the Lord's mercy. Israel being comforted. Israel being exalted.
Verse 11. Your gates will stay open day and night to receive the wealth of many lands.
See that? Our gates, meaning our cities, gonna be open day and night to receive the wealth from all the nations all over the earth. What the brother was saying, there will never be unemployment in the kingdom. They say our gates gonna be open day and night. You know, you got business hours in America, things close after dark, they close on the weekend. No, our kingdom gonna be bunking day and night, except on the holy days, except on the Sabbath. But other than that, New Jerusalem gonna be jumping off the chain. There ain't gonna be no failing businesses, no businesses going bankrupt, but they're gonna be booming off the chain. And guess what? You other nations, especially you so-called white people, y'all gonna be working in our businesses.
Working hard as hell.
Yup. It ain't gonna be no slow day. It ain't gonna be no rush hour. Rush hour gonna be until the Sabbath.
All right. Your gates will stay open day and night to receive the wealth of many lands. The kings of the world will be led as captives, and a victory procession, in a victory procession.
See that? The kings of the world gonna be led captives into New Jerusalem, aka the kingdom of heaven under Yahweh Shai, established here on the earth. The kings of the world today, the people that pass the laws, that raise and drop the value of the dollar, the people that's responsible for want to put a microchip in you, passing the laws to target and oppress you, they could be captives or slaves in our kingdom.
You can't say nothing about the small hatters.
Oh yeah.
You can contradict the Bible and everything,
And
but
lie.
you can't say nothing about the small hatters. All right, verse 12. For the nations that refuse to serve you will be destroyed.
So you can't quit. See here, we can quit our job if we want to. We can try to go off grid if we want to. But see, Esau the white man, you can't quit your job, because Esau tell you if you don't quit, find another job or quit.
Yeah.
That's not an option. You don't serve us, you're gonna be destroyed.
That's not how it works here in this kingdom, buddy.
Yep. And what are we looking at of what the Lord's mercy looked like? Again, in his anger, he destroyed us as a people, put us in slavery at the bottom. So the mercy is the exact opposite. Us being in rulership and power at the top, being the kings of the earth.
All right. 13. The glory of Lebanon will be your. The glory of Lebanon will be yours. The forest of cypress, fir, and pine, the beauty of my sanctuary.
Yep.
The temple will be glorious. The descendants of your tormentors will come and bow before you. Those who despise you will kiss your feet.
See that? The descendants of our tormentors. So Esau say they shouldn't be held responsible for slavery. Well, they got to pay the price for the sins of their forefathers. Because it said the descendants of your tormentors. Your descendants, that's dealing with the after. That's dealing with the future. So 2026, hopefully, 2027, y'all got to pay.
They say that they shouldn't be held accountable, but you reap the benefit of your
You
ancestors.
reap all the benefits and you're not making it right. And what it say? They're going to come and bow before us. You're going to kiss our feet, meaning worship the ground we walk on.
They will call you the city of the Lord and Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
See that? That's That's what it means to be exalted. How the scriptures say, he exalteth his people, the saints, the people of Israel. That's what it means to be exalted. The nation's gonna serve us, worship us, work for us as slaves, bow to us, and kiss our feet. Meaning what? We're gonna put our foot on their necks, figuratively and literally. That's what it means for us to be exalted. It don't mean the sun gonna beam down on us and the pastor gonna shout out our name in church. And everybody wanna shake your hand and meet you. Everybody calling you, telling you congratulations.
Gonna find favor amongst men.
Yeah. No, this favor is with the Lord, being lifted up in great honor. Before men, the people not gonna have a choice. And see, this honor, this glory is not gonna never fade. We're not gonna never die.
Though you were once despised and hated, with no one traveling through you, I will make you beautiful forever. A joy.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
A joy to all generations.
See that? Our kingdom gonna be forever, and we gonna live forever. I say we was despised and hated, meaning what? In slavery, oppressed, rejected, outcast. Well, what it say now? Oh, how the brother gave the example. The white man asked the so-called black man to leave because the Chinese man was uncomfortable. No more of that.
No more.
See that? But what it said, the Lord gonna make us beautiful forever, a joy to all generations.
Powerful kings and mighty nations will satisfy your every need, as though you were a child nursing at the breast of a queen. You will know at least, you will know at last that I, the Lord, am your Savior and your Redeemer, the mighty one of Israel.
See that? It says powerful kings, the kings of the earth today, is going to satisfy our every need as we were a child nursing at the breast of a queen. See that? Every need. We need our peanuts peeled and opened up.
Right.
We ain't going to have to peel the shell. We're not going to have to pour a cup of water. We're not going to have to peel a banana. If a bird wants some food, you got to go feed it. Because I'm going to make Esau going to be in servitude to the animals too. My animals going to be bathed and groomed. You know, then I'm gonna make Esau a punching bag for like the kangaroos and the gorillas. We're gonna tie up an Edomite by the hands and feet. Let the animals take out their frustration. And what it say? That we may know that the Holy One, the God of Israel, is our Redeemer. That He's the one who's gonna exalt us. So now it should make way more sense now. And everything that we mentioned, don't Esau got that now? Not to the level of it being forever, but don't we satisfy every need they had now? When our women breastfeeding their babies, when they taking our women, taking our men, taking our children, but now it's gonna be done to them.
And we still doing it now, making them reach, we won, making the music, playing the basketball, football.
Yep. When they want entertainment, they want some freakism. Now I was at a Mexican restaurant yesterday at a taco shop. And I went in there and saw some Edomites. I feel a certain kind of way now. Yeah. Now you come eat our food, but you got ice, but you're not standing up against ice. Right. It ain't supposed to, but you know.
Yeah. They hoping you get deported, but they gonna eat in your restaurant.
Yeah. They gonna call you to come build this house, then they gonna call ICE on you when you're done.
All right, this is back at 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh thy power, that he may exalt you in due time.
Now we're gonna go back to this word exalt. And again, we're gonna look up some of these definitions real quick, and we're gonna make a couple more points. So the Lord is gonna exalt his people of Israel in due time. So as we got, there are people dying in the streets, the mothers are weeping, people full of tears, many days of sorrow, pain, and suffering, the anguish, the torment that we've been through, can nobody compare to. So as you mentioned, when we see with ICE and the economy collapsing, two-thirds of our people are about to be killed in America by the hands of the so-called white man. So we ain't reached our low point yet. Can you get it? Matter of fact, let's get Jeremiah 30 and 7 real quick. Can you get it in the NLT? We're gonna show that we ain't reached our lowest point yet. That we got some more that we gotta go through as a people. But the point is, the Lord about to bring us all the way low, because he about to lift us all the way up.
All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7, and it reads, in all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel.
See that? In all history, never been a time of terror, a time of evils and troubles that's been upon Israel as the time of Jacob's trouble, which we in the beginning stages of it now.
yet in the end, they will be saved.
But in the midst of these troubles, being as low as we can get in Jacob's trouble, at that lowest point, we're going to be saved out of it. When we hit the very tip of that bottom, then we're going to start to be exalted, meaning lifted up in great honor. Now, back to 1 Peter 5 and 6, that the Lord may exalt us in due time. Back to this word exalt, when we look at it in the Greek, it says to lift on high, to raise to the very summit. That means the very tip top of opulence and prosperity. We looked up opulence, again, similar words, luxuriousness, wealth, richness, prosperity, good fortune, the good life, ease. Next definition, it says dignity, honor, and happiness. And we as a people, we ain't got dignity, honor, nor do we have happiness. So part of that, us being exalted, that us as a people gonna be in a state of rest, peace, and happiness. Matter of fact, let me look up this word happiness. It says contentment, satisfaction, well-being. It says paradise. Oh, it says heaven. That's the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
So being happy translate to being in heaven. Translates to you being in power or being in rulership. Now, we're going to see what the scriptures say about happiness. What's true happiness? What does that look like?
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart, to be happy.
The Lord about to tell you himself what true happiness is.
And the tenth I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children.
Oh, do we got that? No. Then we got the curses. You should beget sons and daughters, or you should not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. So happiness, good fortune, ease, peace, rest, paradise, heaven. Scriptures say, joy of children.
And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
He that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. So that's true happiness according to the scriptures. Why? As it didn't make sense back then, but it makes sense to us now. How that the white man loves to see our people in misery. They upset if they see us smile or laugh, which, look this up. Look up something called the laughing barrel. The white man had barrels. If the slaves wanted to laugh, they had to stick their head in the barrel of water and laugh, because they weren't allowed to laugh out loud in public. So true happiness is seeing the fall of your enemies. Now it makes sense why the white man is happy when he see the destruction of our people. Because we're gonna rejoice and be truly happy when we see the destruction of Esau, Edom, and the white man. When we see them in misery, in torment, and in suffering. When we see them in slavery. So true happiness, he who lived to see his children and enjoy his children. But lastly, and most importantly,
those that live to see the fall of their enemies.
The fall of their enemies. So when the Lord said that he may exalt you in due time, when we look into the details and read it between the lines, the Lord is also saying you're going to have happiness, but you're about to witness the downfall of your enemies. Now, what we see taking place in America, in the white community, white-on-white violence, worldwide, more white-on-white violence, that's what World War III going to be about. That's us seeing the downfall of our enemies. So what America is going through ain't got nothing to do with us. We in the midst of it, but this ain't our downfall. But unless you turn back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, you're gonna fall with this place.
Right. Bound to drizzle.
Yeah, so the Lord about to exalt us in due time, meaning lift us up in great honor, put us in rulership, put us in power, luxury, wealth, riches, paradise, heaven, which includes the downfall of our enemies. Now I think this might be the last one.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
The people who took us captive, who took the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans captive, we're gonna take them captive, meaning put them in chains, and what? We're gonna rule over our oppressors. People who fire us now, put taxes on us now, who pass laws to target our people now, who put our women and children in pedophile rings now, we're gonna rule over them. So back to 1 Peter 5 and 6, that the Lord may exalt you in due time, that's what it looked like in the earth when Israel is exalted, them ruling over their oppressors, the downfall of their enemies. We being the kings of the earth. So, I forget the 12 tribes, but so-called Haitians, Jamaicans, American Negroes, Mexicans, Venezuelans, Guatemalans, Brazilians, Colombians, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Seminole Indians, Native Americans. Hey, we about to be in power over our oppressors. We about to own everything and live forever under Yahweh Shah. But how does 1 Peter 5 and 6 start off? If you humble yourselves to the mighty hand of the Most High. So we gotta come in line with the scriptures. We gotta return to the obedience of the scriptures. Because the Lord about to give us everything.
More than we can even imagine.
Scriptures say, I said I seen, ears have not heard what the Lord got in store.
Those that love him.
And how do you love him? By being obedient. And what the scriptures also tell us, we have seen only but a few of his works. His animals we never seen before. Fruits, vegetables we never seen before. Scriptures also say, on his right hand is pleasures forevermore. It's pleasures that we never experienced before. So meaning things out there to be enjoyed that we can't even imagine.
Rest that we have never experienced before.
Oh yeah, yeah. We don't even know what it feels like to be rested. You go to sleep, wake up still sleepy. Let's check, see what the comment board talking about.
I want to everybody on the comment board, Sister Rebecca, the brother Yawanathan, and the brother Ashra Kotsharala.
I think that might be the Issachar brother out there in Cali.
Okay. Shalom to everybody on the comment board. Y'all about to see me out Shabbat Rakatah. It's lucky for mispronouncing your name, huh?
Hey, Shalom to daughter Yahweh, to the brother, a fly man legend, living legends. To the Rebecca Ophir and the brother Yawanathan. Hey, Shalom Yahweh Bahashim now Shabbat Rakatah. Hey. And you women, y'all about to receive all the benefits. The Israelite women. Women want a high value man, you finally about to have it. Well, yeah. Hey, so that's it. Gonna close out. Let's give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. A double honor to the elders of GMS, taught us this truth by the Holy Spirit. Honor to the brothers, risking their life for freedom to push the gospel. A Shalom, A to the elect. Till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.